What if I told you your penis isn't broken? It's just been neglected. What if the very thing you thought was lost forever, your ability to feel firm, confident, and fully alive, could be restored? Not with another prescription or a blue pill, but with something as natural as the trees outside your window. Something your body already knows how to use. Oils. That's right. 5 simple oils that can help reverse erectile dysfunction in men over 60, naturally, safely, and in some cases, in as little as 7 days. My name is Dr. Mihai. I've spent more than 20 years as a physician, specializing in men's health, helping thousands of men across the country regain control of their sexual function. I've witnessed the tears, the silence, the shame that too often surrounds this issue. And I've seen what can happen when we stop chasing quick fixes and instead listen to what the body truly needs to heal. Here's the truth most men never hear. Erectile dysfunction is not always permanent. In fact, it's often a symptom, not a life sentence. Poor blood flow, chronic inflammation, and hidden hormonal blocks, these are the real culprits. And the solution? It's not complicated. Nature already provides it. In just a moment, I'll reveal 5 specific oils that restore circulation, reduce inflammation, reignite sensitivity, and help you reclaim the confidence you may have thought was lost forever. And there's one oil in particular, often overlooked, that has even surprised the medical community with how quickly it works. Stay with me. This could be the most important 3 minutes of your life. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss another natural health breakthrough designed specifically for men like you. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can better support your journey to real, lasting vitality. All right, let's begin with the first oil. One I recommend to nearly every man who steps into my clinic. It's simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. This isn't just another supplement, it's fuel for your masculinity. I'm talking about pumpkin seed oil. And what it can do for testosterone and blood flow might just surprise you. Let me tell you about the oil I've seen transform men's lives in just a matter of weeks. Not a fancy prescription, not a costly treatment, just something as natural and familiar as the seeds you once scooped out while carving pumpkins with your kids or grandkids. Pumpkin seed oil may sound basic, almost too simple, but its impact on male vitality is anything but. I first began recommending pumpkin seed oil to my patients over a decade ago. At that time, it wasn't well known, just a little talked about oil, rich in zinc and healthy fats. But what I witnessed in men who used it consistently amazed me. Within days, they reported more energy. Within weeks, stronger morning erections. And over time, many regained the sense of manhood they believed was gone for good. Pumpkin seed oil works on 2 critical levels. First, it provides bioavailable zinc, the kind your body can easily absorb and use. Zinc is essential for testosterone production, and without it, your hormones simply can't perform their job. And secondly, pumpkin seed oil helps to relax and widen the blood vessels that supply the penis. This is the very core of achieving and sustaining a strong erection. Once your body finally receives the proper fuel and blood starts flowing freely again, everything begins to function as it should. But here's where this becomes personal for me. One of my longtime patients, a man in his mid-70s who had nearly given up, started taking pumpkin seed oil as a last-ditch effort. He didn't believe it would make a difference. But 3 weeks later, he walked into my office, tears in his eyes, and said, "Doc, I feel like myself again." That moment has stuck with me ever since. It reminded me exactly why I do this work. Now, if pumpkin seed oil serves as the foundation, the basic support your body needs, then the next oil I'm about to introduce acts as the ignition switch. It functions like a natural version of the little blue pill, but without the unwanted side effects. And it begins working exactly where your body needs it most. Let's talk about black seed oil, and why so many men consider it their secret weapon. If pumpkin seed oil lays the groundwork, then black seed oil is the spark that ignites the fire. I often tell my patients, it's nature's answer to synthetic performance boosters. Except this one has been trusted for centuries and doesn't come with a list of side effects or warnings. The more I've researched it, the more I've seen why black seed oil deserves its reputation. In ancient writings, it was famously called the cure for everything but death. And when it comes to restoring male performance, that statement hardly feels like an exaggeration. What makes black seed oil so effective is a unique compound called thymoquinone. This small molecule plays a big role in how your blood vessels respond, especially in the areas that matter most. It stimulates the production of nitric oxide, the very same molecule that pharmaceutical drugs aim to influence. Nitric oxide signals your blood vessels to relax, allowing blood to flow easily to the penis when arousal begins. Without enough nitric oxide, you might feel desire, but your body simply won't cooperate. I remember one patient, a man in his early 60s, who had been on blood pressure and cholesterol medications for years. He had quietly struggled with ED and had resigned himself to it being his new reality. I recommended he try black seed oil, not with any promises of miracles, but simply to give it a few weeks. 2 weeks later, he called me, his voice brimming with emotion, and said, "It's like my body finally remembered how to work again." That's what black seed oil does. It helps your body rediscover its natural rhythm. It helps you feel alive, confident, and fully present. Beyond improving blood flow, black seed oil also reduces inflammation, which is absolutely crucial. Chronic inflammation acts like rust in a pipe, gradually narrowing the passage until nothing can flow through. This oil helps clear that buildup, supporting healthier blood vessels and restoring sensitivity. And we're just getting started. Because while black seed oil gets things moving, the next oil I'll share helps rebuild the structure itself. It doesn't just enhance performance, it repairs damage from the inside out. If you've ever questioned whether it's possible to reverse years of circulatory decline, what I'm about to show you next could completely change your perspective. Let's explore an oil that often gets overlooked yet holds the power to restore blood flow in a way that almost feels too good to be true. If black seed oil gets your blood moving, then pomegranate seed oil helps rebuild the pathways. Let's be honest, if you're over 60, chances are your circulatory system isn't what it once was, and nowhere is that more obvious than in the bedroom. The strength of your erections, your ability to sustain them, and even your sensation during intimacy all depend on one simple factor: the health of your blood vessels. This is where pomegranate seed oil delivers something truly remarkable. This isn't just about heart health or vague antioxidant benefits. Pomegranate seed oil contains a rare compound called punicic acid, one of the most potent natural substances for repairing endothelial tissue, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. When these vessels become inflamed or damaged, blood flow is limited. But when they're strong and flexible, your body responds with strength and precision, and this oil helps restore that responsiveness. I remember one man I worked with who described a troubling numbness down there. He was healthy overall, exercised consistently, but something still felt off. We added pomegranate seed oil to his regimen, and about 2 weeks later, he came back and told me, "It's like someone flipped the lights back on." That moment stuck with me, because it wasn't just about function, it was about sensation, connection, vitality. That's what restoring your blood vessels can truly accomplish. But it doesn't stop there. Pomegranate seed oil also promotes natural testosterone production. As we age, testosterone levels tend to decline, sometimes gradually, sometimes rapidly, affecting everything from mood to desire to physical performance. This oil helps your body rebuild from within, both structurally and hormonally. And the best part, it's completely natural. No needles, no side effects. Just powerful plant medicine doing exactly what it was designed to do. Now, if pomegranate seed oil is the builder, the next oil is the balancer. Because even if your blood flow and hormone levels are improving, there's still one invisible force that can shut everything down in an instant. Stress. And I'm going to show you an oil that not only soothes your mind, but also enhances intimacy in ways few substances can. You won't want to miss this. Now that we've discussed rebuilding the body, it's time to focus on something just as critical, rebalancing the mind. Because no matter how strong your blood flow is, or how much your testosterone improves, if your brain is under pressure, your body simply won't respond the way you want it to. That's where ylang oil comes in, a floral-sounding remedy that's far more powerful than you might expect. This oil doesn't just offer a pleasant aroma, it calms the storm within. I've sat with countless men who've told me, I want to be intimate, but when the moment comes, my mind gets in the way. That kind of anxiety isn't rare, it's very real. And it tends to become more common with age. You start overthinking, you remember past failures, you doubt yourself, and all that mental noise shuts down the very system you're trying to activate. Ylang oil helps quiet that noise. It works on your nervous system, like a gentle hand on your shoulder, telling you, you're okay, you've got this. It helps balance both the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems, meaning it relaxes you while also softly awakening your arousal response. That's a rare and valuable combination. Most products push you too far in one direction. Either you feel overly sedated or too wired to stay present. Ylang oil brings you back to center. And that's exactly where you need to be for deep, connected intimacy. I remember a man in his late 60s, a retired Navy vet, proud, strong, but worn down emotionally after years of performance anxiety. I suggested he try ylang oil. Not as a magic cure, but as part of a calming ritual, just a few drops behind the ears, on the chest, or before a warm bath. He later told me, for the first time in years, I wasn't worried. I was just there in the moment with her. And that made all the difference. Sometimes the most important shift doesn't happen in the body. It happens in the mind. And when your body and mind finally sync up, intimacy starts to feel natural and effortless again. But there's still one piece left to complete this puzzle. One oil that doesn't just support your body, it supercharges it. It's the difference between simply functioning and truly thriving, and what it can do in just 7 days may leave you speechless. Let's talk about the final oil. Now we've arrived at the oil that pulls it all together. If pumpkin seed oil lays the foundation, black seed oil gets things moving, pomegranate oil rebuilds the structure, and ylang balances your mind, then pine needle oil is the accelerator. This oil doesn't just support what's already happening in your body, it amplifies it. And for many men, it's the final key that brings everything back online, quickly and powerfully. I'll be honest. I was skeptical the first time I encountered pine needle oil in a clinical setting. I knew it for its respiratory benefits, for immune support, but sexual health? That seemed like a stretch. But the research and the results quickly changed my mind. Pine needle oil contains natural compounds called monoterpenes, particularly alpha-pinene, which boost your body's ability to utilize oxygen. Why does that matter? Because oxygen is the fuel your blood uses to deliver energy, sensation, and stamina to every part of your body, especially where it matters most. I worked with a man who had spent years trying different pills, pumps, and procedures. He'd consulted specialists, tested various diets, and was even thinking of giving up on intimacy entirely. When we introduced pine needle oil, applied topically to the lower back and chest before bedtime, it was like flipping a switch. He told me, for the first time in years, I didn't just feel like a man, I felt like myself again. That moment stuck with me because it reminded me that at the end of the day, This journey isn't just about sex. It's about identity, vitality, and reclaiming the parts of yourself you thought were gone. Pine needle oil enhances circulation, boosts oxygen utilization, reduces inflammation, and may even help your body make better use of testosterone. Many men report noticeable results in as little as 5 to 7 days. More energy, improved firmness, and heightened sensation. And when used alongside the other 4 oils, its impact multiplies. But here's the thing. Oils alone won't change your life. It's how you use them that truly matters. And coming up next, I'm going to guide you through a simple 7-day plan. No gimmicks, no guesswork. Just a practical daily routine designed to help you feel stronger, more confident, and more connected than you have in years. You won't want to miss this. Now that we've explored these 5 remarkable oils individually, let's talk about what happens when they're combined. Because that's where the real magic happens. You see, each oil plays a specific role. One helps boost testosterone, another promotes blood flow, one calms the mind, another repairs your vessels, and one energizes your entire system. But when you bring them together in a consistent, simple routine, the results can be truly life-changing. Over the years, I've developed what I call the Vitality Revival Routine. It's not a product, it's not a brand, it's a daily rhythm rooted in nature's wisdom. Every man's body is different, but I've witnessed, again and again, that when these oils are used together, something shifts. And it's not just physical, it's emotional, relational, even spiritual. Because this isn't just about achieving an erection, it's about reclaiming a part of yourself that may have been lost to age, stress, disappointment, or illness. One of my patients, 72 years old, recently widowed, deeply withdrawn, began this routine without expecting much. "I just want to feel a little more alive," he told me. Within a week, he reported better sleep, sharper focus, and yes, stronger, more reliable erections. But more importantly, he said, "I feel hopeful again." That's what this is truly about. These oils support your body's natural ability to heal. They don't force change, they allow it. And the routine itself is simple. A tablespoon of pumpkin seed oil in the morning, black seed oil twice a day, a teaspoon of pomegranate seed oil with a fatty meal, a few drops of ylang oil applied before bed to calm the nervous system, pine needle oil gently massaged into the lower back before sleep. It's a ritual, a moment of daily intention. And when practiced consistently, your body begins to remember what it was designed for. Now, I want you to picture what your life could look like just 1 week from today. More energy, renewed confidence, deeper intimacy. Because in just a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how to put this 7-day plan into action. Simple steps, real results. And if you stick with it, you just might feel like an entirely new man. Let's walk through it together. So here we are. You've heard the science, you've heard the stories, and maybe, just maybe, you're starting to believe that change is possible, and they absolutely can. The truth is, what we've explored today isn't just a list of oils, it's a path. A quiet, powerful shift from feeling stuck and defeated to feeling strong, energized, and connected once more. I've spent decades working with men who believed their time had passed. And I've seen them come back to life, not through magic, but through consistency, care, and the willingness to try something new. We began with pumpkin seed oil, the foundation, supporting testosterone and restoring healthy circulation. Then we introduced black seed oil, nature's performance enhancer, improving blood flow and awakening your system from within. Next came pomegranate seed oil, repairing and strengthening the vessels that carry life to your most intimate parts. Ylang reminded us that intimacy begins in the mind. And sometimes calming the nervous system is the most powerful medicine of all. And finally, pine needle oil, the activator, the catalyst, taking everything and amplifying it into real, visible change. Together, these oils offer something no prescription truly can: renewal. Not just physical, but emotional. The return of your spark, the confidence to look your partner in the eye without fear or shame. The ability to enjoy your body again, not as it was at 25, but as it can be now, with wisdom, depth, and dignity. You're not broken. You're not past your prime. You may simply be missing a few key pieces your body has been quietly asking for. These oils aren't miracles, but your body is. And when you give it the right tools, it remembers how to heal, how to feel, how to thrive. So if you're still with me, I want to thank you, not just for listening, but for caring enough to explore what's possible. And now, it's time to begin. Choose one oil. Start your ritual, and let your body show you what it's still capable of. Because the truth is, you're not done, not even close. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, sharing one thing you learned today. Your thoughts are important to us, so please, don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us a lot of motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires you. Thanks so much for watching.